Suit up, strap in, warm the tires, and leave on yellow. Time for the MitsuTimes podcast, presented by MitsuTimes.org, the home of the fastest Mitsubishi cars. With your host, Josh.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Josh with MitsuTimes. Today our guest is Justin Paris. He is number 2 on our SST list and 11 on the Evo 10 list now. How are you doing today, Justin?
I'm good, you?
I'm great, man. It's so good to talk to you. I'm glad we could get some more people on here with some, not just DSMs and Evo 8s and 9s. Not only do we get an Evo 10, but we get a SST Evo 10, which is even more unique.
Rare. Yeah, that's it.
So why don't you tell us about the setup on your car as it sits right now?
So right now, it's like when I built this car, I never thought I was thinking about drag. It was it's street tires. I was like it was more about time attack car or something like that. Still, it is like that. It's still a 2-liter. It's a Wiseco piston, 86 millimeter stock crank, Wiseco boost line, I-beam rod with the ARP 625 plus, head stud ARP 625 plus. The head, it's still on stock size valve. I'm running the SuperTech valve, black nitride intakes, Inconel exhaust. Exhaust is ported by myself. I do everything myself except the tuning.
Okay.
I do a bit of tuning, but on Civic, because I'm running a Civic ECU, so it's another world. It's a game changer. Super complex. It's crazy what you can do with this ECU. I was struggling for 3 years, and when I put that, it's a totally game changer.
Wow.
It's the way that manage the traction and the power. On stock ECU, they just last year that, I don't know if you're aware, you can buy it on Evo Scan. It's a mod, the SST mod they call.
Yeah.
So the big problem on the SST before, when you were running big turbo, was the launch control, because in the TCU, the transmission control unit, you have a rev limiter, a stock rev limiter, and this rev limiter was set to 5,000 RPM. So
Okay.
You cannot launch more than 4,600 because with the spark cut patch, whatever.
Huh.
So my car could not launch. I couldn't do nothing. So, but when they put this thing in, it's still those guys with SST now, they can launch with big turbo. They can launch a bit better. But anyways, but with Civic, the big thing with Civic, it's control the launch 8. When the wheels start to move, it's still in launch mode. It's still doing some anti-lag and yes and no. It manage the wheel spin and everything.
Okay.
That's what you don't have with Rave. It's pretty minor with the stock ECU, and I don't know if you're aware, but probably yes. But the SST is very popular in Australia.
Yeah.
So it's Rice Racing that they tune the car, Peter. They work a bit with RP Motorsport, that sponsor. So the base map of the transmission was based on RP Motorsports, and all the rest was, 90%, 95% was Peter at Rice Racing.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's a specialist on water mat, because probably, as you know, there E85 in Canada doesn't exist, especially in Quebec. So it's you cannot go at the gas station and just take E85. You need to bring them. You need to buy a barrel, and it's very hard.
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah. So the best what you can get, it's 94 octane Petro Canada. That's the best that you can get. So, and of course you have a limit on gas pump, right? So anyways, so about the car, I'm gonna finish the first question, right? So yeah, so it run. We were about the talking about the head. So it run the Calford 214B with spring and titanium retainer. Uh, the intake side, it's the new RZ intake manifold billet one. So like it made it like in Singapore, I think, something like that. I'm not sure. So and on the like at the turbo side, it's a ATS turbo kit, the top mount kit, very popular, with a whole T35 ET2 turbo. That Turbo Part Canada, like they put the new turbine and compressor of the type of the new G series turbo type, so it have a 9 blade on the exhaust. Like normally it's a 11 blade, right? So you have less back pressure, and whatever, I think it's like a 66 millimeter inducer on the compressor side. Yeah. 4-inch intake with the 3.5 MAF ATS, but like I'm not running MAF anymore because I'm on Civic.
Okay.
So the MAF now is just like there for, because when you do, like I keep the MAF there, like because when you do teaching of those transmission, I need to swap my ECU. I need to put back the OEM. So, and OEM run on MAF, so I have no choice to keep it. Like,
okay.
So like that's why like SST, it's very it's hard to it's a car that's hard to go far with those cars. Like it's very complex. You're gonna have a lot of issue. Anyway, so block size, that's about it. Like so the other main thing, like I said. I was talking about methanol.
Yeah.
It's the I run because like no 85, so I run a crazy like methanol system. So I shoot it's a direct port in the billet intake manifold, and I run 3000 cc like that I inject so I inject 3000 cc at wide open throttle, and it's whatever, it's more methanol, way more methanol than water, and so and like Civic, the beauty of Civic that he control everything, so he knows how much I put in.
Wow.
And he knows how much I remove fuel, and if there is any the nozzle that clog, it will know also, because there is a pressure sensor. So if like you need to do all those tests, right? So what's happening, because like you're so reliable on this system. If I have one nozzle that's failing, I blew the engine right away.
Right.
So it need to be like crazy reliable. So if I one nozzle fail, what's happening? So you get pressure will increase, and like if the pressure drop, what's happening? So it's like instinct, like I don't need to think with Civic. Like they do it by the car quarter, whatever, like probably 60 times per second, like they check it. So like you don't need to do nothing. Like if the oil pressure, like for example, like it go down, but like Civic would just shut down the engine right away. Like even I'm if whatever the main thing is the methanol. If the methanol, it will change, like it will change tune, or like downgrade the engine. So it will still go, but like it will completely deload the car, like remove timing, remove boost, and like not too much, but like at what I can run with a 94 octane gas, right? So yeah,
keeps everything safe.
The fuel system.
is full radium kit, so you can purchase that almost. It's only a kit that the radium made for the Evo 10. So it's a dual pump AM 340 with the injector is ID 1700, and that's about the fuel system. Ignition side, I have the Ignition 1A coil pack. If you want to do the adapter, like there is that's what I use, the ohms bracket. So after you put like all the Ignition 1A coil are almost the same. The difference is between manufacturer, like the voltage didn't like. Sometimes it's like a bit higher. Me, I have the very rare Ignition project coil. You can only purchase them in Japan, about like 48,000 volt. And that make a big difference because you don't need to do a crazy gap on your spark plug.
Okay.
So like you can because I was struggling in the past with my spark plug, like to not knock. So I was making like a very tight gap on the spark plug. But now because I have a better fire, I can increase the gap and the fire is better in the combustion chamber. So it's all custom harness. I do it. You like sell it harness, but like you can do yourself. That's about the ignition system. Also, I forgot to talk about the exhaust cam. The Mavic is delete.
Okay.
Like almost every high power car, we delete the exhaust. We still use the intake side. That's common. It's Magnus who make the delete exhaust Mavic.
Okay, awesome.
So on transmission, on the SST side, I run a 60 plate SGL, from a company in Toronto. It's probably one of the biggest clutch it's the biggest clutch that you can get on the market. The common one are 12, 14. It starts to be very big. Even at 12, you need to modify those the basket to have the space to put those clutch. On the cooling side, I run the SSP oil cooler. That this winter I'm planning to modify it to manage with Civex, so it's gonna be on and off when Civex is on.
Okay.
Also planning to run eat some. So that's about it. On the SST side, there is a couple mod that you can do in the transmission to be a bit more reliable because there is some tricky thing that they fell in the transmission, but that's about it on the SST side.
Okay.
Regular coil retain, brakes are Ox, Street Race, the one that it's like the new I still have the old Street Race pad, but it's like a new DTC 60 I think, or 30, something like that. It's pretty it's like a day-to-day a track pad. So, and I think look-wise, it's pretty stock. I have a half roll cage on the back with belts, and that's about it. Stock weight, when I say stock weight, it's I removed things, but when you add others, it came back to the OEM weight around that, so plus or minus 10. So So and also intercooler wise, it's only a 3.5-inch intercooler, and that's it.
Wow. So Justin, what made you choose not just the Evo 10 platform, but what made you choose the SST in the Evo 10?
I think I end up there. So I like mechanics since I'm young. So in 13 I said, I put too much money on my last car, so I'm gonna buy just a car to the ST or so, just a a car hatchback just to go to my ski station, and a car that you can like regular like 250 horsepower like, and I buy a rally art like hatchback and start from there, and I'm like that, so I can do that, and it goes slowly, right? So at one point I was like, I think I'm on the wrong platform. Like, if I want to continue, so I'm gonna switch. But like already I have like a couple thing in this thing, like probably like 10-15 grand of parts. So
Wow.
I'm gonna swap it to the Evo MR. So I'm gonna buy an MR. So I buy an MR. It went up there. So I changed. I don't know. Like probably I have like 4 or 5 setups on those car, and yeah.
I love those rally art wagons.
Yeah. It was practical.
They just look so good with that sloped back.
Yeah.
So, Justin, in your opinion, why do you think there's so few Evo 10s and why so few SST being drag raced? I mean, I know you said, the SST, it's a lot of work and you're probably going to break it. I know a lot of people have said it's very expensive when it does
Yeah,
break.
it's Evo 10. Why I think like about times, like why they're not so low. It's like I run like 10.4, and then like if I look the whole whatever Evo 9 whatever, they run so fast. Like they run like if you're not a 9, you're like almost nothing, right? So and like it's like I said, like I think I'm on my side. That's my opinion. I think Evo 10, like it's a bit like it's a heavyweight car,
For sure,
especially
yeah.
the SST. So that's one thing. Probably like people were stuck with the 4G63, because like they were making more power, so why switching to the 4V11?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I don't know why, and when for me, like why also like the Evo 10 was there, like people start to modify, and after you have all those other car that came by, like for myself, I always want to like beat like whatever like certain car, and when the OD RS3 came out, I was like, oh shit, like this thing is fast, like like it's so the easy way, right? So and when the OG TTRS came out after that, like they just tune it and they run a 10.5, like so like, and so I think that's why, like, and that's why I don't know Subaru, but like I think we are on the same boat a bit, but like on engine side, Evo is like way better than Subaru, but like I think that's my point. SST wise, like since like they always have struggled with like Cosmic with their 9.4, I think.
Yeah.
Like they strip the car a lot, right? And they run slick. Like you can see, like it's all plastic window, like no mirror. I mean, like they went all in, right?
Right.
So and I still don't understand why like people don't run, because a big problem, like we are talking like 1-2 years ago, like it was like you have a car, but like you cannot manage the car, like because you have only one option, and it was Civic. So like I think like people were scared to go with Civic, because like maybe shop were scared to go with Civic,
Yeah.
because like it's so complex, it's so complicated. It's probably the more like in my opinion, it's the most advanced ECU on the market. Like it's crazy what you can do with that. Like it's like I'm still like I'm a learner, right? But like from what I compare, it's like, oh shit, it's not the same world. So And a lot of tuner like in around this area, like they ask me like, how is it like, because like everybody like it's like, oh, that's why it's so few that tune Civic. But
I mean,
yeah,
the numbers speak for themselves. I mean, you're already,
yeah,
you know, far ahead of people who've been trying for a long time.
yeah. But like it was like the solution in my head, like the solution for sure was Civic. Like if I didn't have Civics, I would be nowhere. Like for sure.
Gotcha.
So I think it's only ECU management that's a problem
Yeah.
in my side, because you still can make the car fast, but like since we have the 14 plate clutch, like there's no like people always like talking about like SST, but in my mind, like if you're if your SST it's well built, there's no reason. Like probably you got like for sure you're gonna have problem with the 60 foot.
Yeah.
Like you could not like do a 1.3, 1.4. I don't think so. So but like still you can do something decent to do. I'm pretty sure you can go easy in the 8. So if you have the money with it.
Got to keep up with the repairs.
Yeah, that's it.
So Justin, what besides the GT 35 that you have with the TPC internals, have you had any other kind of setups on it that have really worked out for you?
Like yeah, like before I was running like a bolt-on like exhaust manifold, but like every turbo like yes, it worked out like before.
Yeah.
On smaller turbo, like I was running like it's called the TPC GT specs that have the same compressor, but like 58 millimeter extruder on the exhaust. Now the one I have is 62, so way more back pressure. So yeah, this one was working out good. Like I was managed to do a 11.5 with like all bolt on and like, but like it's always what is your goal,
Right.
So like I always say to people like when you buy a car, like go with your goal. Like if it's limitation of injector, that's your goal. If it's limitation of the rod, that's your goal. I want to max out this turbo or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you need. So yeah, and normally like if you don't want to spend too much money, like your injector, stock injector, it's your limit. So
That's fair.
so
Or usually the fuel pump for DSM Evo guys.
yeah, you're right. Yeah. It's because like we don't have like I'm always in Canada and like the gas pump, right? So like you don't like 85, you have no choice for sure, but like on the on stock injector, like it's yes, you're right. It's pretty like almost they went almost the same, like at the same point when they max out.
Yeah. So Justin, speaking of goals, like what was your original goal? Like when you got this car, did you like you were saying, did you just want to max out the turbo or get to your injector limit?
All my goals was always make something reliable, but like up to now it's not happening. But like yeah, making something powerful and like reliable, that's I think that's what always been the goal. But like with times like your limit change, like I said before, like now it's okay, I'm gonna go to max out this turbo now,
Yeah.
or max out this internal or whatever, right?
Yeah, I mean, that definitely. I guess I haven't put myself into that kind of mind frame, but it makes a lot of sense to say, instead of going straight to buying a new set of injectors, I'm just going to push them until they max out and then move on to the next thing.
Yeah, because like especially on Evo 10, like when you want to change the fuel systems, always like because like some people they just change the injector and the pump, right? but like and keep the housing in the tank. But like you need to do a small mod, like drill some hole, like 552 hole in the return line, and like and you have like some people like they just don't run fuel pressure regulator. That's like in my mind, it's like it's a nonsense. So so like if you go for a normal setup, like you at least need like injector pump and fuel pressure regulator, and that's like for some people like $2,000. It's like way too much money. And like you need to understand another point, like customer in Canada tuning, it's way harder than in the States. The game is so small because like if you buy like stuff like for example map performance, like I buy for like 200 US, right? And I bring to Canada, like first thing they're gonna rip me on the shipping just because it crossed the border.
Yeah.
Like just because it crossed the border, it's so expensive. And the next thing, it's like 95% of the company they process the the tax to UPS. So UPS or whatever, FedEx, they make money of it. So you pay like sometime you pay like I pay 40% of tax of an item. Can you imagine the price how it went up? So to have big build in Canada, you need to put a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like when you see a price, it's double
Right.
when it's arrive at your home. So
Especially when you're
like
talking
that,
about like getting the SST rebuilt. You know, you can't just take
yeah,
that
but
to
this
your
this
local transmission guy.
yeah, but this I was lucky because like I do like I just I just ordered parts, right? Like or if it's machining, I go to a shop.
Yeah.
But like SST wise, it's the guy is in Canada, Toronto. So I was lucky. So I drive there. So and like to so I didn't have to pay the income tax. I just pay
Gotcha.
like Canada tax. That's way less, right? So like on this part I was lucky, but on the engine side I was not lucky, and on everything else. So yeah.
This episode of the MitsuTimes podcast is brought to you by NRG Ops. NRG Ops is a veteran-owned and operated company with more than 10 years in aftermarket automotive support, ranging from 12-volt accessories to performance modifications and even part design. They are dedicated to getting or building you the best and some of the most unique parts available. You can be assured that everything sold from NRG Ops are only products that they would use on their own personal vehicles. They've worked with many vendors, manufacturers, local businesses, as well as big-name companies in order to perfect their craft and design some of the best products on the market. Check out all they have to offer at nrgops.com. So, Justin, with everything being so, kind of difficult to, A, get the parts, and B, kind of getting all the parts working together, do you think, looking back on it, that you would do this build all over again exactly the same?
For sure, you always think that if I knew that before, like when something like my friend like always say like when I'm gonna stop learning from mistake, right? So, but it's always happening, right? So like this year I learned, oh shit, I learn again. So, but like for sure, like if I knew small detail, I would just not like I would just go to if I knew it before. Like it's because sometimes like even like people that they don't know special, like even shop, like they don't know special detail, or they don't want to say it, or like they're so far, or like I just want to know this small question, but like sometimes you need to learn the hard way, and like it's breaking your face. So but like if I would change something, for sure I will go with Civic way before.
Yeah,
Like
that
like
makes
way
sense.
way yeah, way before. Like probably like 5 6 years ago. So if I knew it before, and like I was lucky to find, and also the methanol kit. Like I was like those two things, I would like they will be in the car way before than now. And if I was lucky to find Peter at Rice Racing, like for methanol part, because like it's such a big problem in Canada, like the no 85, like like I said, like all the shop they bring like barrel, but like I don't want to bring barrel at my house and
Right.
fill with my car. Like it's like my car, like it's street car, right? But like it's the limit of street car. Like it drive to the track. So like, but like that's about it. Like I will not go like for a road trip for fun. Like it's too like when like it's so much like twicky sometimes. So you don't want to brake on the road. Like I know if I brake at the track, that's okay. That's not the end of the world,
It's
right?
to be
It's
expected. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, so if I knew it like before, like for sure I will like process with Peter at Rice Racing way before that. Like
That seems fair enough. So,
mhm.
it hasn't been easy, I'm sure, to get your car as fast as it's been. So, what motivates you to keep pushing it? And, like you said, you're just trying to go faster and faster.
Like I think because like my last year was like I was not expecting to go so far like with like I said with Civic like I have like you can put like how many tune you want. So like we start like at whatever the first time we went to the track, and it's a like local track. It's like my first one. Like it's not a NHRA approved track. So the
Okay.
last one was a NHRA approved track, the one on your website. So and like so like and there is no like break, like the braking zone is shit and like whatever. But like I would like we didn't go fast, but like I was going so fast, more way faster than expecting. Like we run like uh, around like 32 psi of boost at 800 500 rpm, and we run 10.77 something. So like just there, I was so motivated, and when I keep pushing it, so after we increase at 36 psi, and we run 10.52 for probably around. Sorry, I told you, yeah, 36 psi, and after we push it a bit,
Yeah.
and like 38 psi, and we managed to do like on like 1048, 140 miles per hour. After I went to Napierville, the real track, and it was a bad day. So that's what motivates me up to now, because like they didn't go as was expecting, because and now we push it at like 40, 40, 42, 43 psi. We max out the turbo, and after we and it's sloping down at the end, right? The boost, and because of the methanol, like we run so much timing. Uh, so yeah, so I did like a 10.41 at like 144. I was so surprised that I run really fast on those on that run, but it's like when you check that time, it's a bit weird, because on this run, like it's always it's never the perfect run, and I get that, but I had two blowout piping on
Oh
those
man.
on this ring, and after I had like so much, because there is me, I'm running throttle rev limiter. So when I because SST is so tricky, so you want to like start to close the throttle to let you changing the gear.
Yeah.
So that's very helpful for the SST. So like, and I got like 40% closed throttle, like I was on 2 time, and I lost like you see that's a good thing with Civic. You see the log are so nice, like it's so fast that you see everything. So like I know like the run, like I have no times, like I was pretty good, so I'm motivate next year to see like where like I know the time I made, like on my run that didn't work, but I'm motivated that like yeah, so like I know it will be improving like for sure. So
Good. I'm definitely excited to see.
yeah, we will see. I don't see like I said, we will see when I do it.
So Justin, like I said, getting to your car as fast as it is hasn't been easy. So let's talk about maybe you could talk us through what it took to be number 11 on the Evo list and number 2 on the SST list. There's been a long road to get there. Maybe you could kind of briefly talk us through it.
Yeah, so like my way, like I said, there always like there is always two way. Like first thing you strip the car or you don't. Like for sure, like if you strip the car, you're gonna get there a bit faster. Like and you wanna like and you put your car in like drag mode, like that you bring your car with the towing, like already slick, right? That's the one way. But like I did it the other way and like more like street way, right? So yeah, in my mind it needs like you need to have like 700 wheels. Me, I didn't mention it, but like I never went to the dyno. Like
Oh wow.
like it's all like quarter mile like dyno or like street tune. Like there's so much revision like of tuning, like you cannot imagine how many hours on those
Oh, I
eats
bet.
on this eats. Yeah. So like I don't know exactly the car how much you make. Like I know it's more than 700 Mustang dyno wheel, but like I said, I'm guessing, I don't know. So yeah, you need like 700 wheel, like so that's mean like you need to do fully your engine, like have a good transmission. I'm not too much a GSI guy, but I know you need like a twin X-City or something, not more than that, because you still won't have like a clutch slip, right, to launch properly. And yeah, so but like we said, so 700-800 wheel, that's you need that to go there. Like I think like that's what I have. So I figured out like those other guys, they're all running like 64, 66 precision turbo.
Yeah.
Like so that's about like 700-800 wheel.
I was gonna say with your trap speed, it seems more like an 800.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know. Like and on my log, like like it's even crazy. Like my log said, so if I run this like the same time, like at the same time move to like the same like 1041, so I'm sure I'm past the line after that. So but I don't know how many meters. So I run like 147 miles per hour, but like I'm sure it's not that. So like it's probably, and if I run like the same miles per hour,
Yeah.
I run a 10 flat second. So I figure like the run I miss like the car like with, because like I measure my power with miles per hour, so I figure like it have like 144, 146 miles per hour like car. So you can do the math and to know approximately what's the car like what's the car have like power wise, right? So yeah.
Interesting. So Justin, I feel like it's really important for people out there. They have let's say they have an MR. They're thinking about building it and going fast. Your advice is going to save them a lot of money and save them the kind of headaches that you've run into. What advice would you give that person who's building their SST Evo 10?
First things, so it's oil change. Like if you do what the dealer said, that's 48,000 kilometer. Like it's crazy sound, but it's not enough. Like I changed, but like me, I'm running like probably 1,000 kilometer or 2,000 per year. So like, but like,
Those
and
are,
I
those are
changed
hard
my
1,000 kilometers though.
Yeah, that's it. So I change it around like 1 to 2 years. That's what is my oil change. So yeah, so like oil change is very important. Teaching process, like teaching your car with you can do it now with Evo Scan 3.0, have it on it, or you can do it also. I don't remember the other program. Oh yeah, pass through cam. You can have it on that too. Or if you have me, I have the dealer computer, so I do it on the Mod 3. But yeah, those things are regular day-to-day base thing that you need to keep update, and it's a good thing also, like to keep running the car in super sport. Never floor the car with on normal mode because you're gonna slip the clutch. Uh, that's one thing, and like be aware of the temperature of transmission. Like it's so much important. Like if you are a track car, like for sure you need like oil cooler,
Yeah.
like the like additional oil cooler, and and the thing that I don't have and I suggest like a lot, it's the eat some. Like so SST don't like to be like at the opposite, like so cold and so hot. So it have a comfort zone, and you need to leave the car, like run the car there. And yeah, so and also like in my mind, like I never update like the clutch four like to a billet because it's in plastic. So I'm still waiting to break it, but
Okay.
like I never break it because that doesn't change the performance of the car. It just change like it give you it's a part in this transmission. I don't know if you're aware that break a lot. Like so many people break that part. So but like if when you break it, like it's not the end of the world. Like you tow the car and that's it, right? Because like now you have like only three gear that's working. Like one clutch is gone. So but if that's happening, like if you have and you do a long road, like tow the car, like because like you could like burn a clutch pack. So
Okay.
that's another thing, advice. And yeah, so yeah, those things. It's not so crazy. It's just see like we are talking about clutch pack. Like if like the sorry the fork number four that always breaking to put in the billet, and the eat some or oil cooler. So yeah, and also damper wise, the torque damper. I I know the one. I think it's like the latest model. They update Mitsubishi updated, and they are like more reliable. So the spring break less, because like when you hear like when you start your car and your car in idling and you hear a big rattle, it's coming from those spring. That means like you have some spring that they are broken.
Huh.
It's not the end of the world, but like you could have like a part of spring that go in your clutch pack, and like you like you can whatever damage your clutch pack. That's another issue. But yeah, that's the mechanic advice I would give to them. And if they want to put a lot of power in the car, like like and also like I will like just get the new mod, the Evo Scan, like that you can buy on Evo Scan. That's that's for me it's a minimum. Like if you have a
Okay.
SST, if you want to push it, it's cheap and things like 100 US. You put that, like you can set up your pressure as you want,
Wow.
and like not as you want, of course, but like I mean you can increase. They give you like a 10%, whatever, 7, 10, or 12. I'm not running that, but like because me Civic control everything. But
Right.
like of course, if you want to go like for a real setup, like in my mind, like 600 horsepower. Like if you go over 600 wheel, like in my mind, don't waste your time. Just go Civic. Like
Yeah.
there's no point. There's no point. Like your power will be managed. Like the power management will be shit. So
Just save you a
like
lot of
don't.
headache and a lot of money too.
Yeah, but it saves you a lot of money. You pay for it. Like it's not cheap to go with Civic. It's crazy expensive. Like it's the most expensive parts and tuning. Like those guys, like they are good on the SST. They like yeah, they at the end you need to pay them, right? They don't do it for free, right? But like they are so good. Like you so small thing that you will never like think about it like on stock ECU. Like I said, like go with Civic. It's a total game changer. And I think like there is they just it's recent, like they have Motec that they do
I have heard that. Yeah.
yeah, but I have heard also they have a lot of problems. That's
Oh,
what
okay.
but like still it's new, but like still like I think Civic proved the S proved that they're very good with the SST. That's why I strongly suggest Civic. That's right. But if you if you still keep like a small setup, like you can run decent on the stock ECU.
Okay. So there you go. If you're sitting out there with a SST car and you think that you can't go fast because everybody says it's just going to break, maybe you heard it.
Yeah.
Got to take care of it first.
Mhm.
So Justin, what are your goals? I know you talked about this a little bit, but what are your goals for next year?
So next year, so on this winter, first thing, I'm gonna put EGT probe just to have a better looking of the engine, like to see like if all the cylinders still keep doing like if the power is like even on all the engine,
Mm-hmm.
like a better like I like to view everything, like understand. So and of course like the heat sump, that's one thing, and we go from there. I'm not gonna change turbo. Uh, like if I go like probably in a couple of years, I would think about that. But like yeah, so next year it's like probably like uh, try to see if like to do my real time, like, not my real time, but like try to do a good pass with no fault. That's my goal for next
Gotcha.
year. And yeah, so that's about it. About both next year, like if I'm do that, I'm happy. Like of course, I was thinking to put like slick on it,
Yeah.
just to like the 60 foot. It's so much game changer on your ET time. So, but because now 1.8 around, like I play around that. So like if I bring it to 1.6, like it will drop the time at the end a lot. So like so because like if like you, it's always like a point. Like if you win point one at the beginning, you win point two at the end. So
Yeah.
like around that, right? So yeah. So but like I'm not sure yet. Like because like on the Evo 10, like I need to change the caliper in the front to put slick. Don't have
Oh,
enough
okay.
side. Don't have enough sidewall to put like a decent slick. Like some people do, but like it's more like a track. The sidewall is so hard. So like to put a real slick, we'll probably need to put like 17-inch. So that's mean like I know some people they put the Evo 9 caliper in the front, or you have a Wildwood. They doing like a very small brake.
Okay,
Like you
kind of like
can
a
go,
drag brake.
yeah, you can go down to 15-inch. So like that's the way to go if you want to have a drag car. But like in my mind, I don't have really a drag car. It's more like like a real good like time attack killer. You understand what I mean? So it's more like it's more that type of car. Like I'm not set up for drag suspension. It's completely like it's suspension. It's not made for it. Like it's not like. So I'm still far from a real like I'm so far from like those shop that they do like 8-7 seconds. So it's like it's those one are like they are in another world, right?
Yeah,
So,
like on another planet. Yeah, for sure.
yeah, yeah.
So would you say that those kind of numbers would be your long-term goal with this car, or do you kind of want to even it out somewhere where it's reliable and fast? Without obviously if you push it to, like you said, a 7, you're probably not going to be very reliable.
Like I don't think we can like I cannot push this car to a 7. Like it's like I don't think the SST can go down that much. But like if I do a 9.9 for me, like next 2 years or something like that, I'm like so happy. Like I just want to go in the 9 for now. I will keep it like that.
You're definitely on the right track.
Yeah. Like I only have like one rod that's Hivik lug and show me if I put the one my run at 10.4, like you can put the other lug over the other one, and if you compare those two run, you clearly see that it's faster.
Gotcha.
But like
that's what it was.
so,
Okay.
yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
So,
But I have no proof. I have no time.
Justin, is there any events that you plan to bring the car to next year that we could come out and see it in action?
Like, I don't go in the States, right? So, but like around my house there is iCar. It's a racetrack on the Mirabel Airport.
Okay.
And it's a nice place. Like it's really well built because Mirabel was like international airport by time, and they closed it and they transferred it to Montreal.
That's cool.
So now it's all Airbus there and all Pratt, all the big companies. So now like the terminal was like empty. So they make a racetrack there. So like we have drift, drag, lapping, whatever you want.
Wow, that's
so
cool.
Like so every like weekend there is events. So I'm always there.
What about the SSPA events? Do you get to go to any of those?
Like yeah, like I know a couple guys from them. But like some people ask me, but still, like I could go, but like in my mind, and I'm a bit slow. Like I'm not fast enough to do those even. Like it just I think they run like 7.9 with the Civic, so and 8 point something. So and there's some people like I heard there was the Class E that they do around my time, but still I don't have trailer. Like
Okay.
if I want to do that, like I need a trailer. Like the car I need to change my mind in my like I think I need to change my mind to a race car. But in my mind, I'm pushing the limit, but
Yeah.
I'm still a street car.
Holding out.
Like yeah, that's it.
Lastly, I always give people a chance to give a shout out to anybody who helped them, kind of get where they are, get the car where it is on the list. Is there anybody that you would like to give a shout out or a thanks to?
Oh, for sure, it's Peter at Rice Racing. That's the mainly guy. He made the car as it is right now. Like I built the car, but he made it like it should be. And of course, Nate at RP Motorsport with those because like they work together, those guys. So and also my my friend that have a 8-second car, we work together and we always talking about car, and like he helped me a lot to go there, and yeah, those people I think are the mainly one.
Awesome. Well, Justin, thank you so much for coming on. I hope that we can motivate some people with some SSTs to hit the track, and hopefully they get some of your knowledge and experience and make good use of it.
Good, no problem.
All right, Justin. Well, I'll talk to you soon. I'll be looking forward to seeing an update when it gets warm up there.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, because now it's pretty cold.
All right, Justin.
Good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the MitsuTimes podcast. Check out our Instagram and Facebook for daily updates. Get added to our list by going to MitsuTimes.org and clicking Submit a Slip. Thank you to all of our sponsors.